Welcome to video classes. As you know, we are revising for your midterm exam, right? So we have already completed the first chapter. So now we'll just revise the second chapter, that is addition and subtraction. So it is a fundamental concept in the mathematics. As you know, the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These four are the fundamental basic concepts of mathematics. So in that, the addition as well as subtraction, very simple. As you know, you have already learned that, right? So in this, the two criteria will come. You know that first is the addition with regrouping, addition without regrouping, right? And similarly, in the subtraction with regrouping and subtraction without regrouping. So simultaneously same points are there both in addition as well as the subtraction. Simultaneously I will cover the points, okay. So as you know, with regrouping means and without regrouping. Without regrouping means it is simple addition, simple subtraction. Without the concept of carryover, okay. As you already know that and you can solve also, right? So and one more is the with regrouping. With regrouping means we are using the concept of what? Borrowing, okay. It is same in both the addition as well as the subtraction, okay. And these all are simple. You can add that and you can subtract also, okay. So these are the points you should remember and try to practice the similar sums based on the with regrouping, without regrouping, okay. And so next is the more way to add, that is bit confusing, okay. We'll discuss about that. More ways to add, here with regrouping, without regrouping, addition and subtraction with regrouping, and without regrouping, with and without regrouping. This is what the first point you should practice in this regrouping, okay. This is already just now I explained, right? This is the first point in that. And the second one, more ways to add, okay. More ways to add. More ways to add and more ways to subtract. Same points, both are subtract. So second point is the more ways to add or subtract. So as you know, we'll take one example of similar kind. So if example, $2,625 plus 8. If they have given this, so what you have to do? The more ways to add or subtract means, I told you that look at this ones place value digit and try to arrange, make this groups as perfect, like in terms of tens, 100, 1000, like that. So it is 2625 plus, we can split this as 5 plus 3, right? 6, 7, 8. Okay. So as you know, we have to what? Break up the numbers in order to make the groups of tens, 100 and 1000. So here we break up this number and make here, just to make this as perfect one, right? So 8 I split as like a 5 plus 3. Here what it will become? 2, 6, 2, 25, and if it is adding this 5 to here, so it will become 2630 plus 3. So at last you can add like this. Okay, so this is a way how we will add by using this more ways to add. So not, here very simple it is, just you should break up the numbers and make to add this making this we can make a group of tens, hundred and thousand, then again adding the remaining numbers and it is done. Okay, this is about more ways to add. Next, more ways to subtract. In this only we'll do more ways to subtract. So here we'll take one example. 5562 minus 50 is given. Okay. So what you have to do? So very simple. Here you have to split this. You have to break up this 5502 plus 60 minus 50. Okay, so in order to make it perfect, we are doing this. So that's why it is more ways to subtract. We are definitely subtracting only, but in a different way. So next 5502 for this, what you will do? 60 minus 50, it is 10. So you will do this as 5512 after adding this, right? So this is how the more ways to subtract. We have already did some sessions on this, right? So you just go through that session and try to solve similar sums. Definitely you are going to get perfect over this. Okay, then will come the properties, right? The properties of addition as well as the subtraction. Okay, properties of addition and subtraction. Simultaneously we'll discuss. Okay, subtraction. So let us see the properties of addition as well as the subtraction. So as you know, as you have already learned about these properties, right? First one is the order property of addition and the subtraction, and the identity of that additive property, right? And adding ones as well as the grouping property of additions, and adding tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000. Similarly, in subtraction also these properties help, okay, to solve the sums. So additive, which is the additive identity of that addition property, if we are asking, like if you add a 0 to any number, you are going to get the same number. That is what the additive identity property. And order property, as I told you, the order property, it is a plus b is equal to b plus a. So 1 plus 2, here 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3. It doesn't alter. So if you change the order also, in addition it doesn't alter. But here subtraction, it doesn't hold good because it will change. Like see here, a minus b is not equal to b minus a, because 1 minus 2 here, right? And here 2 minus 1. Look at this. 1 minus 2. You can't do that, right? So it's what, like here it is holds good in terms of addition, but subtraction it doesn't holds good. So that's why this is what the order property of addition in that will do. In addition it is holds good. Next, about the identity property, as I told, if you are adding any number with 0, definitely we are going to get that number itself. And that grouping property of addition, as you know, the grouping property of addition, a plus b plus c is equal to, here write a as it is, okay, b plus c. Understand? So if you consider 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 1 as it is, 2 plus 3, okay. So what it is? 3 plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 5. Same answer you are going to get in terms of addition, right? So even will follow in subtraction also the same thing, okay. Next is about the adding of ones, tens, hundred, that you know, it is very simple thing. Next is about subtraction properties, in that the order property, okay, that we have already discussed about the order property. Subtracting 0 from a number, that is also there. If we subtract 0 from any number, answer is the number itself. We have already discussed this, right? So subtracting 1 from a number, when we subtract 1 from a number, we get the predecessor. You know that. What you mean by the predecessor? Number minus 1, that is predecessor. Successor, number plus 1. Okay. So subtracting number from itself. So for example, 6 minus 6, 0. 7 minus 7, 0. Subtracting tens, 100,000, that also you can do. This is very simple. So in that next remaining point is properties of addition is over. Estimation of sum. Estimating sum, in that what you have to do, what they will like, they will give you numbers, right? Estimate, for example, next point is the estimating the sum or subtraction. Even in subtraction also we did that, right? It is the big chapter, many sub concepts are there, as you know already. It is the big chapter. So C finished. Next is D. So estimating of sum, and estimating the difference. Difference means subtraction, as you know, right? So estimating the sum, estimating of sum or estimating the difference, both the concept are same only. Only thing here you are going to add that rounding of numbers. Here you are going to subtract that, okay. As if I give you one example, like see here, 3,562 is there, right? And one more thing, 6,238 is there, right? So if we ask you estimate this difference or estimate this sum, what you are going to do? You will first round up to this number, right? For example, round up this number to nearest 1,000. It is understood. If they will not mention also, you should round up to 1,000 itself, because for your 4th standard it is like a rounding up to 1,000 is there. So that concept you have to use. If we ask for, particularly if we ask rounding up to nearest 10,000, that time you concentrate over 1,000, okay. But here, if we will not mention anything, means definitely it is rounding up to nearest 1,000 itself. And how you are going to do that rounding up? As we have already covered that, right? So we should concentrate over the hundreds. If it is rounding up to 1,000, okay, we are concentrating over the hundreds. So what it is? 5 is there. 5 is less than 5, more than 5 or equal to 5. Yes, it is equal to 5. Even though it is equal to 5, what we will do? We will round round up to the next number. That is, if 3 is there, definitely it will change as the 4 and remaining numbers 000. Okay. And what about this? Same thing. Here also we should round up to the nearest thousand. If we are rounding up to the nearest thousand, concentrate over hundreds. And look at this hundred. What is there? 2. 2 means here it is less than 5 or more than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Less than 5 means what you have to do? Keep this number as it is. Rest of the thing is that is 00 only. That is 6000. Okay, because it is less than 5. Here it is equal to 5. So we'll increase this number. Here same as it is. Okay. So this is what this step is same for this addition as well as the subtraction. Only thing next process is there, no, that is different. Now for this estimating sum you are going to add these two. And for estimating difference you are going to subtract this. Okay, that is the thing behind this sub concept. Okay, hope you understand this and try to practice similar examples, similar sums. You will be perfect. Okay, so this is what the fourth concept done. So next is about problem solving through model method. So it is there for addition also and subtraction also. Next, what is that concept? Problem solving through model method. We'll write that point also. We have to cover it. Okay. Problem solving through model method. Problem solving through model method. One is addition, one more is the subtraction. Addition, for addition also same step we are following, and for subtraction also. Okay. Okay. So problem solving through model method of addition or subtraction. So as you have already discussed in our previous sessions, and it is very interesting because we come across how many steps? Yes, 4 steps, 4 important steps while solving this problem solving through model method. Either it is addition or subtraction. The concept is same. The points are same. That is, first is the understanding. That is very, very important while solving this type of sums. Understanding. So when a question is given, try to read the question, try to understand, analyze it. That is what the understanding part. Okay. So next is the planning. Based on that given question, whether what you are going to do, like whether it is an addition sum or a subtraction sum. Based on that question, you should analyze, that is understanding, and plan for that. So whether it is addition sum or subtraction sum. So for that you should draw the model as we have already done, right? So next is the doing part. It is addition, then do the addition sums. Okay, as you know, the rounding of numbers that will come later, but doing part you have to do either the addition or the subtraction. That is what the actual sum. If you are doing the addition, that is actual sum. If you are doing the subtraction, that is actual difference. Okay, then come to the next point, that is checking part. That is very, very important because you want to know that whether whatever you did, that is correct or not. For that purpose you are going for checking method. In that checking method, what you are going to do? Yes, what you are going to do? You are rounding up that numbers to nearest 1000. Then you are going to either add or subtract based on the given problem. Okay, so hope you understand these steps. So how many steps are there to solve the problem solving through model method? Four important steps are there. Which are those? Understanding, second planning, third yes doing, and last is checking. Okay, so these four important steps you should follow and practice. Definitely you are going to solve that sums in your midterm exam. Okay, so next is about okay, so in this topics, almost we have covered, and framing the word problems. As I suggested you, the framing of a word problem. Next, that is F. Framing word problem. Okay, framing word problems. Okay, and the next one is finding the missing numbers. Finding the missing number. Okay, so framing word problems, as you have already learned this, right? So framing of means you are imagining, right? So they will give you some clues. For example, town, men, women, and some number and the population they will give. So you should imagine the story how you are framing. Okay, that is what the framing word problems. Depend on the clues, you have to create your own story of framing that problem. Okay, we have already discussed these all things, and really it is wonderful. Framing means it is beyond your imagination, so you have to think and analyze. Okay, so next will come under this finding the missing numbers. Finding the missing numbers means, as we have already discussed, they will give you some like one addition or a subtraction sum they will give you, and they will provide one greater number or the difference and ask you to do a right smaller number. Based on that, definitely you will do that. Why? It is very simple. Greater number minus this you will do and you will going to get this, right? If you want to find the greater number, what you are going to do? You will add these two, smaller number and the difference. Definitely you are going to get the greater number. So this is about all about the finding missing numbers, and only the two types are there. You can do that. Only thing what you have to do, you just practice. Practice makes man perfect. So go on, practice. Definitely all the sums become easier for you, and definitely you will get the good marks in the exam. And at the last, one more is there, that is combining that addition and subtraction. So here one more point, that is last one here it is there, combining of this addition and subtraction. They will give you mixed, like a mixed criteria, addition as well as the subtraction. First you do the addition, afterwards subtraction. Very simple. Even it is very easy for you. You just try these all sums and get perfect. Okay, so hope you understand this. It is the second chapter. In that, addition and subtraction, which are the sub-concept we have already discussed. Let's concentrate over that. We have already discussed the addition, subtraction with regrouping and without regrouping. Number one. Next, more ways to add or subtract. Number two. Next, properties of addition as well as subtraction. That is number three. Next, estimating of sum or estimating the difference. Okay, that is number four. And problem solving through model method of addition or subtraction. That is number five. And number six is framing word problems. Number seven is finding the missing number. and number 8 is combining addition and subtraction. So these all are the important concept, sub-concept which comes under addition and subtraction chapter. Please go through this all and concentrate, moreover practice it. That is very, very important. Okay. So hope you will all do and will get a good marks in midterm exam. Thank you.